We can just deal with that. We'll deal with it. Just try not to move it. Just try to move it as much as possible. I think we'll be okay. It'll be okay just to leave it this way. It'll be good.
Good morning. As we gather here, let us remember that we live, work, and worship on the unceded ancestral homeland of the Ramaytush peoples. The Ramaytush understand the interconnectedness of all things and maintain respect and harmony with nature for many centuries, perhaps tens of thousands of years. As Swedenborgians, we share this conviction with them. We acknowledge the Ramaytush peoples for their enduring commitment and stewardship, past, present, and future, of these lands. On a related topic, this Tuesday, online, there's going to be an interview of a fellow some people call Clan Whisperer. And he's going to be interviewed at the Swedenborgian House in Washington, D.C. And it will be available online. This fellow is widely known for his extraordinary work in building relationships across deep divisions, which, as you know, we are facing all across this country. Through decades of conversation and courageous engagement, he has persuaded numerous members of the Ku Klux Klan to renounce their beliefs. His work offers a powerful example of how listening, dignity, and shared humanity can open unexpected paths to transformation for people. So I invite you, if you're interested, and interested particularly in how to engage people in your own lives, to access this on April 14th at 4 p.m. Pacific time. And there are flyers in the back on the table just as you exit that have the meeting code for this on Zoom, so you can access this. Thank you.
Thank you, Andrew. And good morning. How are you today? You made it in this very interesting weather weekend, very wet weekend this week. Why don't we all stand and say hi to each other and
Oh, no problem.
So there are announcements in the bulletin, so I'll just read the titles. So this coming Saturday, next Saturday, that's the last classical concert in the spring. So if you are free, you're available, please come and take advantage of this wonderful occasion. And then the following Sunday, which is April 26th, is a free seminar. It's 12:30 p.m. We'll be having it here. So please also note that and kind of mark it out. Do we have any other urgent?
Academia when you're meeting. Hello, good morning. I am so blessed to have this little counterpart in this life experience. I think many of you know him, my little satellite Cole. And today he's going to be performing a comedy routine after the coffee hour. So, you know, when the coffee hour is happening otherwise. So his life, he bumbles along and he thinks about jokes all the time. Whether he's in dire situations or otherwise, he's always crafting these little acne bromides that come up. So we'd love it if you came and heard it after the, around the coffee hour time. He'll be kicking out some jokes just for your pleasure. And today he's wearing one of my mother's ties for your sartorial splendor. So he'll do it. So I hope you can make it happen.
Thank you. It will be happening in a room called Fireside Room in the Parish House. Susan?
Thank you, Pastor Chantrell, and good morning. The Ohlone and Costainoan peoples are an historic example of environmental injustice and health injustice. They were forcibly removed by the troops of the expanding new United States. And then they were infected by fatal diseases to which they had no immunity, which the European whites brought into their communities. So, health and environmental injustices are still going on, and those will be the subject of our program on April 26th. I encourage you to attend. Even if the topic doesn't spontaneously interest you, I want to add that a lot of good planning and thinking, both by our church team and by the Green Action team. Green Action will be the presenter. A lot of work has gone into this. We will welcome your support by attending and taking advantage of the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Susan. And today, we actually originally had Blue scheduled to come, but Blue moved far away to north. That takes like many hours to drive in, so he was actually a little scared of the weather, driving in the rain too much. So today, we get to have Catherine Zuber. The name stands actually, she's daughter of our own Reverend Dr. Devin Zuber. She's in high school. It's the first time I can have a high school student playing for us. So I am actually asking your acceptance, understanding, and be gentle, and just enjoy the music she's here to play for us.
Youth have power and talent.
And courage. Courage. As we open the Word, we are inviting the presence of divine, but what we are truly doing is we are waking our own minds and spirits up and ready to receive what is already present. Let us move all the things that has been in your mind, making you feel anxious, concerned, angry, upset. Let's take them all and just put them outside for just 1 hour. 1 hour. You're here, thinking about them will not help you anyway. So let us just move them and create a space and send a gentle invitation to the divine being, creator. And let this being to come into us and help us, inspire us, and fill us with what we need. So today is worship in meditation. So as you see the program, it's different format. And worship and meditation together, or meditational worship, I would like to say. So it begins with emptying, or your effort to empty your mind. The truth is, we can't really empty our mind, can we? Sometimes we try to push it stronger and it bounces back stronger. So the way of leaving them outside actually means put your attention to something. That's what it really means. So that's in other times I said, be present here. Feel the chairs that you're sitting in. It's been here 135 years, those chairs. Guess how many people sat on them? This house of worship. Every aspect of this building is built intentionally. And I can only imagine what Reverend Joseph Worcester was really thinking. As a Swedenborgian minister, I see Swedenborgian symbolism in every aspect. It is a portrait of human journey coming to divine and being with divine and the nature and together. So let's pay our attention to that this morning. And one practice that always works well is taking a breath. So I always just start doing, but let me give you a little instruction that I'll let you do. Why do we do like taking a deep breath and letting it out? Why is it helping? Well, in a very biological way, that takes your entire attention. When you are taking a deep breath, it literally takes your entire attention to it. And also, as you're taking a deep breath, you're taking a lot of oxygen to your body compared to other breathing times. That actually provides the oxygen that your brain actually needs. One of the researches I studied was that most modern people living in city, you're oxygen deficient, which means you're not taking enough oxygen that your body needs. Interesting, isn't it? It's available right here, but we're not breathing properly. So we're not taking proper amount into our body. So that is the practice of kind of clearing that out. So when you are doing it, you are thinking that I am going to fill my entire body with oxygen. So you're taking it like a deep, slow, but very deep when you're letting it go, you don't let it go like all at once, but kind of slower too, but all the way, every last drop. But do not choke yourself. So find your limits, okay? Don't push too much. So shall we do like 3 times? Take a deep breath. All the way. And let it go. All the way through. Another one. Deep breath. All the way. And let it go. One more time and close your eyes this time. Deep breath. And let it go. Now resume your natural breathing and sit in silence. Just listen to yourself. Listen to your body. Listen to your mind. What do you hear? Okay, open your eyes. If it's a meditation class, I'll let you have it like 10 minutes. All right. But that's one way of initiating your meditation practice. Taking a deep breath like 3 to 5 times. And at the end, just simply close your eyes and just sit in silence. Just let it sink into you. And then do your breathing method techniques that you learned. So, today I would like to invite you and engage you to think about the very famous term that you may have been using it quite a lot. The word I. I. What am I? Is your question today. What are you? Are you the body you have? Are you the dress you wear? Are you the name that you carry? Are you the action that you do? Are you the title you have? Are you the fashion you show? Are you the feeling that you have? Are you the thoughts that come to you? What's you? What are you? And I invite you to just, so meditative way of doing it is not about taking it as like class question. So what are the answers now? Potential psychological, that's not meditative way at all. It is not about finding answers. It is simply sitting on the question. That's more important than finding the correct answers. So sit on the question, simply repeating it to yourself, and just look into it. And let us do that over beautiful music. Catherine will be leading us in meditation with music. Let us close our eyes as music comes to us. Let us simply sit on the question, what am I?
The first reading today is from Genesis. So Abram went up from Egypt, and he and his wife all that he had, and Lot with him, into the Negev desert. Now Abram was very rich in livestock, in silver and in gold. He journeyed on by stages from Negev as far as Bethel, to the place where his tent had been between Bethel and Ai, to the place where he had made an altar at the first. And there Abram called on the name of the Lord. Now Lot, who went with him, also had flocks and herds and tents, and the land could not support both of them living together because their possessions were so great that they could not live together. Thus strife arose between herders of Abram's livestock and the herders of Lot's livestock. At that time, the Canaanites and the Perizzites lived in the land. Then Abram said to Lot, "Let there be no strife between you and me, between your herders and my herders, for we are kindred. Is it not the whole land before you? Separate yourself from me. If you take the left hand, then I will go to the right. Or if you take the right hand, then I will go to the left." Lot looked about him and saw that the plain of the Jordan was well watered everywhere like the garden of the Lord, like the land of Egypt, in the direction of Zoar. This was before the Lord destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. So Lot chose for himself all the plain of the Jordan, and Lot journeyed eastward, and they separated from each other. Abram settled in the land of Canaan, and Lot settled among the cities of the plain, and moved his tent as far as Sodom. Now the people of Sodom were wicked, great sinners against the Lord. The Lord said to Abram, after Lot had separated from him, "Raise your eyes now, and look from the place where you are, northward and southward, and eastward and westward. For all the land that you see I will give to you and to your offspring forever. I will make your offspring like the dust of the earth, so that no one can count the dust of the earth. Your offspring also can be counted. Rise up, walk through the length and the breadth of the land, for I will give it to you." So Abram moved his tent and came and settled by the oaks of Mamre, which are at Hebron, and there he built an altar to the Lord. The second reading is from Matthew. "Therefore I tell you, do not worry about your life, what you will eat, or what you will drink, or about your body, what you will wear. Is not life more than food, and the body more than clothing? Look at the birds of the air. They neither sow nor reap, nor gather into barns, and yet your heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not of more value than they? And which of you, by worrying, can add a single hour to your span of life? Why do you worry about clothing? Consider the lilies of the field, how they grow. They neither toil nor spin. Yet I tell you, even Solomon in all his glory was not clothed like one of you. One of these. But if God so clothes the grass of the field, which is alive today and tomorrow is thrown into the oven, will he not much more clothe you, you of little faith? Therefore do not worry, saying, what will we eat, or what will we drink, or what will we wear? For it is the Gentiles who seek all these things, and indeed your heavenly Father knows that you need all these things. But seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well. So do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will bring worries of its own. Today's trouble is enough for today." And from the readings of the writings of Emmanuel Swedenborg, the inner self and the outer self are absolutely distinct from each other, because heavenly and spiritual stimuli are what affect the inner self, but earthly stimuli are what affect the outer self. However, even though they are distinct, they still become one which they do when the heavenly spiritual dimension of the inner self acts on the earthly dimension of the outer self and organizes it as its own. Only in the Lord did the inner self become one with the outer. They have not become one in any other person, except to the extent that the Lord has united and is uniting them. Love and charity or goodness is the only thing that unifies. No love or charity at all, no goodness, exists unless it comes from the Lord. This kind of union is what is aimed at in Abram's words here. Please, let us not have strife between me and you, and between my herders and your herders, because we are men who are brothers. The case with the words between me and you, and between my herders and your herders, is this. The inner self has two aspects, heavenly and spiritual, that form a unit as noted. Just as the inner self has these aspects, the outer self does too. Its heavenly aspect is called earthly good, and its spiritual aspect is called earthly truth. Let us not have strife between me and you has to do with what is good, that is, with preventing good in the inner self from parting ways with good in the outer self. Let us not have strife between my herders and your herders has to do with truth, that is, with preventing truth in the inner self from parting ways with the truth in the outer self.
Like in my children, of course, children. Welcome. I am not. Don't worry. No, we're not. We witnessed the last Sunday. Yeah. Not really? Okay, so have you ever tried to help your friend? Yeah, that one. Doing well? You doing well? Good. So, that one, right? Have you ever encountered sometimes like they look at you and say, "Why do you want to help me?" Is that good? No? Have you ever wondered, like, why is it so hard to help and also receive help? Have you ever asked anyone to help you? Is it easy? Right? Exactly. So, how do you distinguish between is it that they actually need your help, or is it that you're thinking they need your help? How do you know the difference? They're sad. There you go. You ask. Really, right? The human beings have, I think I shared with you, 2 years. 1 month. Ask, listen twice. Usually, you can figure out much better than just watching. Sometimes, somebody asks you a question like related to, do you need help? Can I help you? Sometimes our first reaction is, no, I can do it. And then like that person is like, oh, yes, you sure? I really need it. Help you. And then you say, sure, maybe I'll help you. A lot of times, or sometimes, it depends on your character and personality, but if you're an independent person, your first reaction is, I'm going to take care of myself. Or your friends want to say. The first reaction, first word may not be the true one. Exactly. The person may need to think about it too. Actually think and answer it from the others. Could be no too. And it's a challenging thing. Right? Because even if you have a heart to help, does this person really feel that I'm actually genuine? So that's when we do communication. We ask or listen. Can you remember that? Okay. Dear God, we give thanks to you for loving us, giving us friends, family, all the people who love and care. Help us to listen to them very carefully and be willing to be there for who are in need of each other. In your name, we pray. Amen. So we're following the Old Testament, and today's story is pretty interesting. You can know Abraham and Lot story. Lot's actually Abraham's nephew, not son, just a nephew. And somehow Abraham took him with him when he left Haran. And Lot was willing to follow. So they came together. And now it looks like they're separated. There are many aspects that we can think about it, but I want to bring today your attention to more Swedenborg's explanation on this matter. Swedenborg talks a lot about there's outer mind and there's an inner mind. The outer aspect and their inner aspect. And asking the question about what's really I. Right? I. One answer is all of it is you, but the other answer is none of it is you. I, as everything that comes to you and makes you the reality you feel, then everything is you. But I also is the one that makes that judgment. That's really you, isn't it? Like there are 12 different colors of cookies. You pick one. Why? They're exactly the same, only difference in colors. How about you prefer that one? Maybe you're biologically engineered that way. There's that DNA inheritance question. But there is something that makes you uniquely choosing doing things the way that is different from anybody else? That's you. But where is that you? That's the big question. A lot of times we feel the things that we receive through our body, physical senses, as me. Most of you remember my sharing of my challenge with white chocolate chip cookie. You remember that one? Yeah, I've been sharing it about 10 years. I'm over it. You know what though? I discovered not that long ago actually, a month or two ago, the reason that I loved them was not the taste of the chocolate chip cookie or its smell. I remembered that after coming to America in 1993, it was a year or two later in the winter time, I think near Christmas, I was invited to someone's house. As I entered it, they were baking this cookie. The smell. I'm in East Coast, think about it. Pennsylvania, December. You're walking into a house. House is filled with this cookie baking, white chocolate chip cookie smell. Very nice couple, lovely people. And I somehow enjoyed that moment so much. Felt like I want to remember. I think that was kind of fused with my love of white chocolate chip cookie. Later, I forgot about that event, but whenever I was eating it, somehow I was kind of tapping into that. I just realized, therefore, that one day I realized this doesn't taste that good. My body doesn't like it. I'm eating it 10 p.m. This is horrible. Why am I doing it? I stopped, but I struggled almost 10 years as you were here. There are many witnesses here, me sharing that story. But in a deeper side, it was kind of surprise for me actually a couple of months ago. It was actually that memory. And then I tapped into all the things that I like. I also like caramel. I don't eat that anymore. I quit that much longer. But the first sweet thing that I have ever eaten was caramel when I was 5. After walking, probably was it 10 miles? And I was really hungry and thirsty, and my aunt gave me a cup of water. I drank it, and she gave me a piece of caramel. So, wow, there's such a thing as this. I loved it. And then, of course, as I age, I'm eating it, and it's not the same, isn't it? I had many other things to eat. I was wondering, why do I like caramel? It's like very chewy, sticks to my teeth. It doesn't really smell that good, And because that was the first sweet thing that I have ever eaten. You and us, we are very interesting beings. We have layers of things that make us who we really are. But at the same time, we have layers of deceptions and even delusions we create as parts of us. And sometimes we truly believe that's me. I really need to fulfill that need. I felt like I had to eat white chocolate chip cookie. Didn't know why, but after eating it felt good. Body felt horrible. Especially I was eating 40, then eating, white chocolate chip cookie like 10 p.m. Stomach's like not happy. just talking about simply a few physical things, but we have other things too. And American, brilliant person, William James, kind of summarized all that, and he created a term, right? Human beings are animals of habits. Habits, meaning the things that we do repeatedly will make a big kind of imprint in ourselves to a point that after we forget about why we started them, we're still doing them. And even believing that those are necessary. That's the outer mind that's symbolized by light. At a certain point of our life, we need to be separated. Inner and outer. The biggest message or the truth that Jesus Christ brought to humanity, which shocked a lot of people, is a simple thing. You live forever. Your body is not you. For sure. Your body is not you. Sit on that and think about it. If your body is not you, then what are you? There is still you without your body. That's really you. So one way or another, you need to free yourself from your body. Interestingly, Taoism, Buddhism talks all about liberating ourselves. From what? From self-created imprisonment. Or the reality that is based on our body. So, to take first step, you don't need to believe me at all actually, because whatever I say to you, unless it's agreed in your heart, in me is nothing to you. I know that. Actually, somebody asked this morning about, so pastors, why are you doing this? Whatever you say, people hear it, but they never listen to you, or even if they listen, it doesn't matter to their lives anymore. I told her that it's the same thing as like God's job in a way, is that one day, at a certain moment, there could be a moment you might actually need them. They might actually spark. And for that moment, like, I'm standing here and constantly sharing. Somewhat similar message. So, you are being, spirit that is wearing body as a cloak. Your body is just a cloak. You are inside, growing, making changes, choices. So, can you distinguish? That's, in a way, essential question and lesson and encouragement from Buddhism, Taoism, and I believe Christianity and Student Book really emphasizes on. So, what are you? Student Book's answer is, in a way, this. You are what you enjoy the most. You are your own delight. Scary, isn't it? If you really think about it. So, I'll give you a moment to think about it. And Catherine will play another music for us. This time is reflection of the music. And again, probably if it helps, close your eyes. and think about what are my delights? What am I enjoying the most? Or you can actually ask your heart, what do I really, truly enjoy? Just close your eyes, reflect upon it. So, have you all discovered what you're really enjoying? It's okay, whatever you found. Also, if you are finding that there are things that you love to have your as your life, but you're not there yet, that's also okay. That's great. That's the room that you can go in. The practical side of all these teachings, Jesus, Buddha, Lao Tzu, Confucius, is that they never talk about like far future or something that is impossible to accomplish. They all talk about things that you can actually do right now at the moment. For instance, in Tao Te Ching, there is like one sentence summary of human life saying that people who live in the past are always depressed. I shared this with you a while ago. People who are living in the future are always anxious. People who are living in the present are content. Are you living in the present? That's the first question. Right now, at this moment. And what shall you do? All the things that you can actually do. If you need to think about before you do it, then that's not something that you can do right now. If you need to prepare yourself for 5 days to do it, then that's not something that you can do right now. Things that you could do right now, within that is the way, secret wisdom of obtaining your contentment. Taoism never talks about joys and delights and pleasures. Its maximum expression is your content. That's it. Content. Meaning, you're comfortable, you're cool, you think things are going well, you like it. And that's about it. Interestingly, Jesus talks about completing the joy. Bible talks about joys and delights. But if you really look into the joys and delights that Jesus expresses, it's not exactly the same as the way that how we often use them. The joys and delights Jesus talks about is the, in a way, Taoistic inner contentment. In the Old Testament, people are delighted, and joyful in a way when they know they're secure, when they have food to eat, when they know that their loved ones are protected. They are delighted. And they're joyful when their life is all secure in that by their divine God. They call that joy. Interestingly, we Americans have all of them as granted. Life that's secure, food that's available, right? So we don't think that's something that's actually really necessary for us. But humanity as a whole, our history goes far. Security and food, shelter were very important. Anything more than was considered as luxury. So think about it, what we live and what we are trying to do. In a way, a lot of our wants and desires are actually luxury. Not things that we actually need, necessity. No wonder that having all of those does not fulfill your heart. So, going back to the first question, what are you? Are you your desires? Are you your feelings? Are you your relationships? Are you your possessions? Are you your age? Are you your career? Are you your money? What are you? So, hopefully, you sit on that question and find some answers. Now, I would like to invite you with the meditation with the goal. And this is my wonderful moment of telling you, forget about everything I told you today. I really mean it. Try not to remember anything, especially meditation Sunday. Try not to remember it. If something stays in you, that's good. If it don't, then that's good too. If it means something to you, it'll stay. If it's not, then it'll go away. This moment, I'll sound the gong. So let's invite this sound of the gong as it washes through our body. You know that, right? Wave goes through your body, literally. Let it wash our mind too. And let it take all the things that we don't need. Okay? So let us close. close our eyes. Let's keep our eyes closed and just sit in silence. And let us simply listen. Pay attention to outside as well as to inside. Your breath, your heartbeat, and what's going on in your mind. Let us simply pay attention to and listen. Let's open our eyes. And this again is a ritualistic, it's a ritual that reminds you that everything we enjoy in this world is a blessing. And in all the blessings that we receive, it is good for us to have a portion to return to. And not just today putting money here, but in your life, in your lifestyle. What is it that you are returning to your community, to others, to bigger purpose than just yourself? It is, I believe, very healthy practice for everyone to have that in our spiritual cultivation. And this is just a reminder. May you be blessed as you become blessings to each other. May you be loved by the way you love each other. And may you have joys and delights in your life as you become joys and delights to each other. Amen.
Okay. When you get that turned off, I'm gonna